This segment is brought to you by Express Employment, your locally owned and operated staffing company, respecting people, impacting business.
You're watching Durango TV News. I'm Ashley Dixon. When you drive through Mancos on US Highway 160, it doesn't look like much of a town. Wire fencing along the highway corridor and limited access to the frontage road discourage motorists from stopping and spending their time in the area. In fact, some say the barriers are hindering economic development and the community wants to do something about it.
And that's the problem for a lot of the businesses on the corridor, because we don't have good access or it's chopped up on the railroad or frontage avenues. It's really tough for those businesses to get people in there. And so that's one of the things that we want to try to improve as well.
The fencing and the town's only traffic light were installed about 15 years ago after a fatal accident occurred at the intersection of Colorado Highway 184 and US Highway 160. The barriers improve safety, but they literally have created a barricade against business. If you don't make the effort, you wouldn't know that Mancos is a thriving artistic community with galleries, a theater, restaurants, and historic Victorian homes. Last month, the town of Mancos contacted the Colorado Department of Transportation to improve the corridor to make it more inviting to potential visitors.
We want to work with CDOT and with the community to develop ways to make the corridor more attractive, more pedestrian and bike friendly, and more accessible for businesses. So I call it our front yard. The Mancos highway there, the 160, is, bisects the town, and we really want to make it more inviting. So we've had one public session so far, and we hope to have others where we can bring the community in to talk about ways to improve that corridor.
Phillips said some of the ideas have included replacing the wire fencing with a natural fence of vegetation, adding bicycle and pedestrian paths, installing better signs, and even adding a roundabout in place of a traffic light to encourage visitors to take a side trip to downtown Mancos. The town of Mancos has hired Russell Engineering to help design the new corridor. Phillips said the design process should be completed by fall. Once that's done, the town will enter an agreement with CDOT to make the improvements, and construction will begin as soon as funding is available. To follow the corridor design process or to send Mancos your comments, visit the town's website at mancoscolorado.com/highway 160.
This segment is brought to you by Express Employment, your locally owned and operated staffing company, respecting people, impacting business.